All right, and we are back with another Super Bowl Network LLC.com charitable event where the online store gives 30% of all sales to charity. I am Thomas E. Harrington, aka Reaper the Storyteller, with my boy.
Okay.
And we are back to uplift and donate to
Open Doors, Utah.
Yes, they are a wonderful nonprofit organization. They work in the Davis County, Clearfield, and Layton area. So we're going to go over their website like we always do, just to give you more information on how to donate and what kind of programs they offer. Anything you want to add before we get to that website?
Nope, I think we said everything. Let's get on into the website.
That's right. So we will be back with the website so we can go over it, and then we'll wrap this thing on up. And like always, you better let that love and peace be with you.
Don't let them take it away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.
All right, and we are back with another Super Bowl Network LLC.com charitable event where the online store gives 30% of all sales to charity. So let's get into it. So if you come to this service section and go to family supports, you can learn more about what they do to support families in need. A lot of what they do, a lot of the programs they provide are for adults and families with or without children. Also, their staff works on reducing child abuse, neglect, and family stresses. They also offer crisis and respite nursery, family support, case management, classes, and counseling services to strengthen relationships. Besides the counseling, they also offer self-sufficiency programs, tax help, and other programs that are available to give you a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to your financial situation. You can also donate to help families in need through this process. Now, the Crisis Respite Nursery is really awesome. They have a 24-hour crisis unit, and they have respite nurseries that provide free and confidential emergency care day and night for parents in distress, which this really comes in handy. Childcare can be very, very expensive and really hard to find good childcare, so they provide this for you. They have multiple forms down here, so you'll know exactly what to expect and what you would need to obtain these services. So they also have an awesome program called Circles. And basically what Circles does is they try to reduce poverty. And one of the ways Circles USA does that is they gather middle income and high income volunteers to support families in poverty, surrounded by people who have landed jobs, negotiated a lease, or managed credit card debt. People experiencing poverty are more equipped to achieve long-term financial stability this way. Also, while participants are navigating their way out of poverty, their successes and challenges are shared with local community leaders. Now, this is an awesome thing because it lets you know people, the policymakers, what exactly the challenges are, which can actually shape policy to help them identify and discuss and resolve problems and issues in their community. And their model really works. Their participants achieve a 30% increase in income after 6 months and a 76% increase in income after 18 months. Those are amazing numbers. So if you have an independent business, or even if you're working for someone and want to help increase your income and find out ways you can do that through taxes and other ways, this is a really great program. And participants continue to increase their income even after the 18-month period. So definitely check this out if you want to work on your finances and make goals with people that have already been there and done that. They have videos at the bottom. I would highly suggest that you check out. It'll give you a little bit more information. When you come to the community action section, basically it shows you programs that help people out of poverty by providing emergency support and case management. Now, if you come down to the support section, you'll see the multiple different programs that they add. So we'll go over those more in detail. So they also have a crisis prevention section, which is basically case managers assessing individuals and families in crisis situations. Now, what they do is determine the eligibility for up to 30% of their rent and utilities. And this is all done by case-by-case basis. They also have a food pantry, and they provide a 3 to 5 day food supply, and that happens once a month, just to meet the basic nutritional needs of families and individuals. They also have a case manager that helps you decide on other programs that Open Doors might be able to assist you in, just to help you with additional needs that you need besides food. If you come down a little farther, then you'll see the times when you can go to the food pantry. They also have the homeless to housing programs, which assist individuals and families who are homeless or about to be homeless. And basically, you would meet with your caseworker on a regular basis to develop and implement an action plan to secure and maintain permanent housing. Now, if you come down a little bit, then you'll see the different programs and outreaches that they have. The Homeless to Housing is a short-term rental assistance program for families in temporary crisis. So they'll help with things like the first month's rent and security deposits. They also try to help you if you are in a place that you can stay, that you just need a little bit of help, then they'll help with a portion of your rent to eventually get to the point where you can pay for your rent 100%. They also have a street outreach program that is centered in the Davis County area that goes out on a regular basis to help individuals that are homeless that haven't been linked to homeless services yet. They also have an emergency shelter program, which assists families in housing crisis, such as an insufficient or unsafe housing, at-the-door homelessness, experiencing homelessness, or fleeing domestic violence. Sometimes they do it with short-term motel vouchers. The thing that I like about this program is they want to make you as self-sufficient as possible. They have a lot of caseworkers that you work with that help strengthen families rather than replace personal responsibility. They also strive to eradicate abuse and poverty by establishing instead strong family relationships and a sense of self-reliance. They also work with the VITA tax assistance, and basically community members can pick up a VITA tax packet to take home, which is awesome because then you can know what required documents you need and return with the documents and the packet. Now, if you scroll down just a little bit more, they have the VITA sites for Davis and Morgan County, and they also are open to the public for public use right now. And when you scroll down a little bit, they give you a list of locations, if they're appointment only, walk-ins, addresses, and the times and days when they're open. Another great thing about them is you can see the effectiveness of their outcomes because they take all the client information and it's entered into an Open Doors database, which tracks their services, delivery, frequency, and their outcomes. So if you scroll down, then they go through each individual program and you can see the effectiveness of their programs. And of course, volunteers are always needed. If you're interested in volunteering, they have a link to contact them for additional information. If you go down a little bit further, they have events or volunteer needs that are more time sensitive. Now, if you come down a little further, they have the volunteer form, and this goes over families, individuals, and groups and gives you more details of what types of groups, what age groups they're looking for, and what areas you can work in. All right, now, of course, donations are always acceptable. Now, they have it broke down to where if you want to provide donations for families for 3 days of groceries, families for holiday support, because it's always good to make sure that you help people out during the holiday seasons, tough times. And they also have up to 18 hours of nursery time for children, which if you have children, you know how pricey that can get. Now, if you come down just a little bit more, then you'll see how different parts of the community, local organizations, and Amazon Smiles and how they help out. And you have the links right at the bottom, so if you'd like to help out that way, you can. Also, check out the About Us section. I think these are very important sections to kind of know how they started, and to also know how much growth they've had over the years. Also in this section, their mission is to empower families and individuals to overcome abuse and poverty and to obtain self-reliance. Their vision at Open Doors is aiming to shape communities to be free of poverty and abuse and eventually reaching full autonomy and rendering our services unneeded. Their whole goal is just to get you to where you don't need services like this. Really awesome program. Also, in the About Us section, you can contact them. They also have help with the rental assistance program. The emergency rental assistance program can help renters that are unable to pay their rent and utilities due to circumstances related to COVID-19. Now, there's been a lot of legislative changes, so definitely check with them to make sure that this assistance is still there for you.
Beautiful day. Don't let them take it away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.
All right, and we are back with another Super Network LLC.com charitable event where the online store gives 30% of all sales to charity. We just love to give. Now today, the organization, the nonprofit that we are uplifting and donating to is
Open Doors Utah.
That's right, Open Doors Utah. Awesome organization, as you can tell. They cover a lot of different areas, whether it's self-reliance, whether it's prevention of abuse, or even homelessness. They can help you out. Anything you want to add about this awesome organization?
Just that, a lot of times people usually think that these organizations are for homeless people or people that are just like in really, really desperate straits. But also, a lot of people don't realize that you can be like $500, a couple $100 away from being homeless yourself. So they really help with prevention. And I think it's just awesome that they do a lot of great work for the communities.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, they are they are a beautiful organization. A lot of things that they do, like we did say, they are located more into the Clearfield, Layton, Davis County kind of area. But look for organizations just like this in your community that you can help out, that's a little closer to home if you're not in the Utah area. And like always, you better let that love and peace be with you.
Beautiful day. So don't let them take it away.